Hello everybody. Hello my dear family and friends. It is Tuesday the 12th of March 2019, about 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So it's been about 2 months since I've recorded a vlog, or video journal I'm calling it, because I remember how I said I hate the word vlog and now for some reason I keep using it. It just sticks. Such a nice compound word compared to video journal. But there you go. Anyway, yeah, so it's been 2 months since I recorded the last video. Yeah, what have I been up to? I've been kind of busy. It's not that I haven't posted anything, because I did finish editing the Christmas 2018, New Year's 2019 video and posted that. So if you haven't seen that yet, check it out. And it was pretty neat seeing what New Year's was like here in Zurich. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, what else have I been up to? So the two midweeks of February, I decided to go back to Canada. I wanted to go make sure I spent time with everybody, because like I mentioned in previous videos, I kind of felt like I had left very quickly and I didn't spend the quality time with everybody that I wanted to. And also there's the whole thing with like the house and everything that they're selling. So, you know, I have a bunch of stuff still stored in the basement and I felt kind of crappy about, like, I didn't want to leave all that stuff for everybody else to deal with. So I wanted to go deal with that. And I also went and saw some of my friends, went and did Pokemon Go Community Day, which turned out to be pretty meh in terms of Pokemon going, but had some, it was nice to catch up with everybody. What else? And then I went skating on the canal with one of my friends, which was fabulous. It was one of, I think, the last good days to go skating, so it was kind of nice to get that in before the year ended for that. And I had a beaver tail, which it's funny because it's one of those things that, like, when I'm here, I'm like, I want poutine and beaver tails. And then I go back to Canada, I'm like, I want Swiss chocolate and Italian cheese. So, yeah. I just, keep that. Oh, someone's gonna knock my camera. No, good boy. I just try to keep that in mind, so wherever I am, the thing that it is that I've been wanting, I will take full advantage of being able to get it while I can. Sit down, my little friend. Yeah, so I was in Canada for 2 weeks, and I sold some of my stuff. I put aside a bunch of all the rest of the stuff that I wanted to have donated, and the stuff that I'm going to either figure out if I'm storing in Canada or if I'm going to ship. I've got to get that all figured out, but pretty much everything is, like, at least for my stuff, has been dealt with. And I helped with what I could, So I feel good about that, and I had, like, a good time spending quality time with my family and all that, so it was nice to see everybody. Yeah. What else? So as you can see in the back, we have my desk is set up. I'll do a proper tour of the house and all, my stuff set up and everything. That's pretty awesome. I've been progressing in my Deutsch course, my German classes. I still got, a few more months left in my A1, but I think it's been going well. There's definitely times I get to class and, like, when we do the class, I leave and I just go, good Lord, that was probably not the best, performance, but you know, I just try to, every time I feel like I've left class, you know, not doing as well as I would like, not keeping up as well as I like, I've been able to sit down and work through the homework and work through all the things that I'm having trouble with, and anything that I'm like still confused about, I make a list and I bring it to the next class, and I'm like, okay, we're going through each one of these one by one until I understand them. And that so far has been working well. So, I know everybody keeps asking me, oh, say something in German. Well, like, I'm going to say, first of all, it helps if you give me something to say, because just coming up with something off the top of my head is hard enough as is. I can, in theory, I can order food and drinks. I can, what else can I say? It's mostly what we've been focusing on. I could say I'm from Canada. I can say, see, like, that's the thing. It's like, I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff I can say, but I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Right? Yeah. So, what's up? What else? I started taking West Coast swing dance classes. It's put on, there's two Googlers who every Thursday night put on a class. And so I've been going to those, and it's really cool. I really enjoy it. I never thought that like partner dance would be something I was into or anything, but I actually, like, I think I prefer it. I did like a little bit, I did a couple of hip hop classes like here and there, you know, like I did like 1 year community center hip hop class, and then I did like some at the fitness studio in Toronto. I think I did a hip hop dance class or something, but it just, I don't know, I never really, like, I never took it anywhere. It wasn't something I was super, it didn't grab me, but I'm really enjoying the West Coast swing. I like the dynamic of working with partner, like, and we're always swapping partners, so like figuring out I always go as a follower as opposed to a leader. So like part of my job as the follower is like figuring out what they're communicating with their body, and then like, you know, following along with it. And I really enjoy that, just like getting into that sync with somebody. It's pretty neat. Especially when you just like, you really vibe with somebody who like is really awesome at dancing. It's a lot of fun. It's really, yeah. What else? Just the usual stuff otherwise. You know, I've been hanging out with people, hanging out with friends, hanging out with Gianni, trying to do some more stuff around the city now that the weather's beautiful. Kind of don't have any excuses not to go out and do stuff. So, we've gone to the, what's it called, Landesmuseum, which is like it's like kind of the national museum for Switzerland in Zurich, or Switzerland, but it also has stuff specifically about Zurich because here in the city. We also went to the Kunstmuseum, which is the art gallery, which had some really amazing stuff. There was a bunch of painters that like I'd studied in school but had never seen in person, like Salvador Dali and some others, which I'm blanking on the one, but Salvador Dali was really cool because like I really liked the surrealism stuff, but like European surrealism doesn't come to North America often. At least not Salvador Dali's. They don't seem to come to North America very often. Correction, they don't come to like Ottawa and maybe Toronto very often, at least not that I know of. Yeah, but no, but seeing like that kind of stuff was really cool. What else was there? there's a couple things that I'm looking at, like I want to go do, because there's like a gondola ride up to a mountain near our place, and there's a 90-minute hike along like the mountain ridge, which is supposed to be very beautiful. Is like a picturesque panoramic view of the Alps up along that walk, so I want to do that soon now that it's nice out. There's also like these panorama trains, which are like it's normal routes, it's normal train routes, but if you book specifically a panorama in the panorama cart, it costs a little bit more, but you get like these beautiful views of like mountains and lakes and all of that. So that's supposed to be really interesting. I want to do that as well. And then other than that, I've been coming up with okay. I guess my phone still notifies me when I get messages while I'm recording videos. That's kind of weird and dumb, but there you go. Anyway, I've been putting together a new little like business plan because I want to take my costuming and fashion design into like a new direction. And I don't want to like talk about it too much yet because I'm still like trying to figure out the details of it, so I don't want to like commit to anything publicly, and then if I change my mind, then I'll like, it's weird. I don't know. If I commit, like if I make the decision of what it is, I know what do I want to say? What am I trying to say here? I know what it is I want to do, but I don't have like the details figured out yet. So I just want to, leave it as it is until I get some of my stuff together and start. I want to feel out, like do some testing before I say like, yeah, this is where this is the direction I'm going. I want to feel out the market, feel out the reception of what I'm going to do with it. I've been working on my website a little bit. If you happen to have visited it, it's definitely a work in progress. I'm still at the phoenixcostumecanada.com URL, but I'm going to get something new to better reflect the fact that I'm not in Canada, for one thing. Yeah. Simba, you're being cute. Yeah, but what I want to say, like, because what I have decided is I think I'm going to take it into a, like, Twitch streaming plus Patreon direction. And so for those who don't know, Twitch streaming is where you essentially live broadcast. And the website specifically is twitch.tv. And I would stream essentially my workshop while I'm working on pieces that I've designed. And then I would use like a Patreon model as a way for people who want to support my work to support me. And in some shape or form, I would make the stuff I make and the stuff I design available to the public. And so I don't have the details of like delivery and how much like my payment structure or anything is, like, I don't have that ironed out yet, so I'm not going to get into the details because I don't want to commit to anything until I know how I want to structure all that. But that's the general idea, is the Twitch and Patreon. And I kind of like this idea because for the most part, like, I like doing Simba. I loved doing contract work, but it's always been I've always been making other people's designs, and I have a lot of designs in my head that I want to make, but I never seem to find, how do I make that something that I can put towards Phoenix costumes that isn't just another portfolio piece. I want to move beyond just making more portfolio pieces. You know? So that's, yeah, I think this will be a way I can do that. 'Cause I have ideas of taking women's fashion and unisex fashion and pushing it into new directions and like kind of, you know, a creative incubator type situation where I can work on designs that aren't necessarily profitable to like make a bunch and sell on Etsy or try to, you know, sell to a store. It's things that people might be interested in, but in a more like DIY maker sense, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I also very much interested in like how like the fashion and technology stuff, like how they intersect. So like I've really been interested like reading about how people are installing LEDs and into like clothing they're making and how they've been, you know, using that, programming it to do certain things. Not just LEDs, you know, how they're using 3D printing as part of making clothing, how, like, all those technology things. I'm interested in that and learning more about it. But it's not something that's necessarily it's not always super easy to do productions to actually sell. Anyway. That's just me rambling at this point. I have a bunch of messages on my phone now to answer, so I will find out what people are messaging me about, and I will try not to go longer than a month posting videos. I want to try to do maybe once, like an update every month, because doing like what I was doing before with posting every like week or two was a lot, but I also had a lot going on those first couple months. The stuff is kind of, I don't have as much going on. I have a pretty more steady routine now that I've got German classes and dance classes and like this business idea. I'm not, you know, there's not like 100 things going on all at once. So I don't necessarily have like a lot of stuff to always update on. But if I do, I will do more videos, but otherwise I'll probably do something maybe once a month. So I mean, it also takes, you know, this is going on to almost half an hour of filming, and it'll probably take me 3 to 4 hours to edit it into something, and then like 2 hours to render it. So we'll see. That's kind of why I don't want to do it every week, because that's pretty much a day out of my week just to making a video. And you know, I got other stuff I got to do now. Yeah, but anyway, that's all for now. So I will talk to you all later. Bye. Hey Simba, did I wake you up from your nap? I didn't mean to. Oh, he's so cute. I love sitting on the back of the couch napping in the sun. We pulled out the couch the other day to clean it out and change the feet from the short feet to the tall feet. And we found a whole bunch of the toys that he'd been hiding under there. So now with the tall feet, we should be able to pull the toys out a little bit more easily, a little bit more regularly. Hey Simba, we found all your little crinkle balls and your mouse and your pineapple. He was very confused when we switched the feet on the couch. So it's just the IKEA that came with like short feet and tall feet. I put the short feet on originally thinking like, oh, you know, it'll be hard for stuff to get lost under there, but it just meant that we couldn't stick our arm underneath the couch to get things when they did get lost. So that was not the best, but whatever. We fixed it now. Gave the couch a good vacuuming because it really needed it. Okay.